Since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, Muslim and Jewish communities in the U.S. have been on high alert, fearing being the target of hostilities. One of the most recent victims of an alleged hate crime was a 6-year-old Muslim boy who was found stabbed to death in Illinois on Saturday. President Joe Biden strongly condemned the killing of the child and instructed his government to prioritize the prevention and disruption of any emerging threats. Fadwa Hassan was born in the U.S. and has Palestinian relatives in the West Bank. She's concerned not only about them, but also about increasing tensions at home.
Any woman who wears a hijab or even when you come to our institution to pray, we have to worry now we've always had to worry about violence.
Linda Shapiro says that fear and anxiety are rising among members of her Jewish community and that her synagogue in Northern Virginia has tightened security measures.
We shouldn't be engaging in blame or hateful speech. We have to keep reminding ourselves and everyone else that this is all on Hamas.
The latest FBI statistics show that anti-Jewish hate crimes in the U.S. have surged in recent years, increasing by 36% last year alone. Anti-Muslim incidents have remained largely steady, fewer than 200 a year. But analysts warn that numbers usually go up when foreign conflicts erupt.
One of the things that we know from past events is that when we have American casualties related to some kind of foreign conflict, or if we have conflicts between Israelis and Palestinians, both anti-Muslim hate crimes go up significantly and anti-Jewish hate crimes go up significantly.
The Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, told VOA that since the start of the war, it has been overwhelmed with concerns from individuals who've been targeted. But beyond condemning the violence, the root causes of the Middle East conflict should be addressed by the concerned parties, said CAIR's Research and Advocacy Director, Corey Saylor.
For decades, we have been talking about dialogue. We have been advancing the idea that negotiations will get us to a peaceful settlement.
Meanwhile, the Anti-Defamation League, a U.S.-based Jewish anti-hate organization, pointed out that the Jewish community in the U.S. isn't a monolith and that ongoing acts of harassment against it aren't warranted.
These conflicts that are happening abroad are sometimes very raw and emotional for communities here. But we have to understand that the actions of a government, a war that is happening overseas, should not be put onto an entire religious or an entire ethnic community.
When hate crimes or violent incidents do happen, authorities encourage victims to promptly report them to their local police stations or non-governmental organizations. Veronica Balderas, Iglesias, VOA News, Alexandria, Virginia.